Well, a top advisor to Health Secretary RFK Jr. is being tapped to lead the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, despite questions over the legality of the previous director's ousting. Jim O'Neill was named one day after the CDC Senate confirmed leader Susan Menarez was fired by the White House. CBS News producer Jared Eggleston is following the latest. Jared, now who is Jim O'Neill and why are some questioning his credentials?
Good morning, Michael. Good to be with you. Many people have been questioning the appointment of Jim O'Neill for a variety of reasons. Now, he was the deputy under Susan Moran's earlier, but now he will be acting as that director. Now, many people are questioning his background, as you mentioned, because typically a CDC director has extensive backgrounds both in public health or as some sort of physician. This is not something that Jim O'Neill has. He was a biotech investor, but he also was a speechwriter for HHS back during the Bush administration. So definitely not a stranger to the health industry, but definitely a pull away from the normal here of a typical CDC director that would have that significant background. Now, many people are questioning this and looking at just what is going on inside the CDC this week, as it's been a crazy week. And just within the last hour, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has now called. He is for RFK's firing. This is now the highest ranking Democrat to call for his firing. He issued a statement. In part, he said that conspiracy-based attacks on proven science are going to make more people sick and cause even more deaths. So it will certainly continue to play out as more people are keeping an eye now on the CDC, Michael.
And Jared, I want to ask about this. Several other top CDC officials resigned after news of Menarez firing. And there was a major rally at the headquarters yesterday with CDC employees showing their support for Menarez. Now, with all this shakeup, what is the morale inside the CDC like right now?
The morale is pretty bad inside the CDC. I've been talking to several workers. I was out there at the protest yesterday, and there were hundreds and hundreds of employees. They just kept pouring out of the headquarters here in Atlanta to show their support for those who resigned following what happened to Susan Moran earlier this week. Now, many of them that I've talked to are saying that it's just creating more chaos, more questions about the future of the department. And I was talking to them because a lot of this also comes on the heels of a shooting outside of their headquarters, which was targeted at their headquarters earlier this month. I was speaking with one employee whose floor was hit during that attack. The windows on their floor was hit during that attack. And they told me that they haven't even returned to the office. They don't even know how they're going to return to the office, how they're going to continue to do their work, because they don't have a place to work right now. They're still figuring out where exactly they can go on that campus. And now they're adding this on top of many top officials in the CDC resigning. And of course, as you said, Susan Moran's also being ousted.
All right, Jared Eggleston, thanks for joining us.